What's up, guys? I'm the developer, and today we're going to be reacting to some scary animations. Now, I'm doing this because people seem to love that sort of stuff nowadays. So let's go ahead and get into this. I'll turn my volume up.
I was out doing a delivery one late night. It was probably the longest drive I have ever taken for a pizza delivery.
Ooh, pizza.
From the
I want
pizza
me some
place I
pizza
worked
right
at,
now.
it was a 20-minute drive, which isn't too crazy out where I live. Plus, they ordered 4 large pies, so I figured it was a party and I would get a much bigger tip. Navigating the dirt roads at night was always annoying, though. I pulled up to the given address. It was some old, sketchy-looking building, literally in the middle of a forest clearing. There
That
were
is
no cars
sketchy.
parked anywhere, or any lights on.
You
I put my car in park and called my boss. I asked him to reread the address at least 3 times to make sure I typed it in right, but
have
that checked
terrible
out.
memory, dude.
I could tell he was in a really bitchy mood, and he told me to at least knock on the door and check it out. He would normally get mad if we took back 1 pie, but I was afraid of what he would do if I brought back 4. I was insanely unnerved, but got out anyway and forced myself to the front door of the building.
Don't do it.
There was no doorbell, so I just knocked really hard. I heard nothing and didn't really expect to hear anything. I was extremely disappointed, not because nobody answered the door, but because I was realizing that it was all a waste of time and gas. I knocked one more
That's
time
your
out of
biggest concern right
desperation,
now? You're not worried what could be in that house?
and then began to hear some kind of rustling noises from inside of the building. I knocked again and yelled that I was the pizza guy. There was silence now. I felt a bit more uncomfortable now than before. But before I could turn around, I noticed something at the window. There was someone looking through the window. I couldn't tell if it was a man or a woman. All I noticed were their eyes.
Oh no, man! I'd be as soon as I saw that, I would have been turned around, run right
Their
back to my
eyes were
car, be
open
like,
wider
forget
than I
you.
knew
I'm just gonna leave my
possible,
pizza here.
staring intently at me.
I mean,
I was disturbed enough by
you
this
want
to
to
drop
tip
the
enough?
pizzas and
Okay,
ran
there
back
we
to
go.
my car. The shitty thing wouldn't start until turning the key for the 3rd time. I drove off the grass and back onto the dirt road, but I felt the car rocking about, shaking and bumping. Something wasn't right. I didn't make it
Your
far from
tires
the
are
building
slashed.
before I
They
started
definitely
hearing a
slashed
sharp
your tires.
scraping sound coming from outside. There was so much resistance that I couldn't even drive. The car came to a stop. I got out of the car to check what the hell was wrong. A chill ran up my spine as I began to feel like my heart was constantly skipping beats. My tires had been slashed
I
and
knew
had
it.
completely fallen off the rim. Not just the
You gotta
front
run,
though.
dude. I wouldn't
All
stay
4
there.
tires were slashed. I realized somebody did this when I
Call the
was knocking on the
cops.
door to that
Call your
building.
boss. Something.
Instead of running, I got back in the car and locked the doors.
You're dumb.
I was so close to that building, I could practically see it from where I was, if it weren't for the trees blocking the view. I dialed 911 and explained everything to the operator. She told me the cops would be over as soon as possible and that I need to stay hidden. I asked her if it was advisable to stay in the car or run, and she told me it would be best to stay in the car with the door locked.
Oh,
She asked me to stay on the line with her until the cops arrived. My whole body was shaking. In all
I'd
directions,
be
there
shaking
was
too. Like,
nothing but dark, seemingly
I mean,
endless forest.
you're surrounded in the woods. Creepy house over there. Someone's obviously watching you. I mean, that's not a good place to
I
stay.
knew it would take forever for the cops to get there. I was not comfortable with sitting in that car so close to whoever did this. The next part, though, is what utterly destroyed me. It still shakes me to this day, and I hope nobody ever has to experience this kind of fear. As I was scanning all the windows, making sure nobody was outside, I looked in the rearview mirror, and there was the same person. The
Mm-mm.
same person I saw at
Nope.
that window.
Nope.
Eyes open wider than ever. I could see now that it was a woman, and I could ever so slightly see a smile begin to spread across her face.
Nah, she's just happy because she lives out in the middle of nowhere. She just wants some company. Like, hey, these people actually came out to my house. I'm kind of happy. I'm really lonely. Needed 4 pizzas only for myself because I'm super scrawny. Gotta, you know, gotta get some more, like, muscle to me, you know? Maybe call a barber out there. Get the hair all fixed up and nice. You know, there's nothing wrong. She's
I
just
opened my door
enjoying
in full
someone
and
to be.
sprinted into the woods, not caring how much noise I made. I ran until I was out of breath, which didn't take long, and I hid behind a giant log on the ground. I tried to
Need
cover
more
my loud
cardio.
breathing with my hand as I waited and waited for what felt like hours until I finally heard sirens in the distance. I gathered up all the stamina I had left to run all the way back in the direction of the dirt road. Eventually, the glowing red and blue lights came into view, and I had never felt better in my life. They were parked in front of my car, investigating with flashlights. I came out yelling at them like a lunatic to help me. I fell to the floor and
An old woman who, I mean, you can obviously take down. I mean, look at yourself. You got like 3 times more muscle on you than she does, and you're yelling like a lunatic to be helped
started
when
to
she's not
gag,
even around.
almost throwing up from running so much. They picked me up and began to question me, to which I explained everything to the best of my ability. One of the 2 cars drove over to the building, and the 2 officers began to search the building.
Yeah, search.
They came back with nothing except for a couple of spiky objects. These objects were exactly the same as the ones used to slash my tires. The cops guessed that it was some kind of sick, demented couple, being that I saw the woman, but unfortunately they were never found, and that still kills me to this day.
I
I
would
obviously
be
quit my job
having a
right
heart
after that
attack.
and started working at a local grocery store. I know that
No
I'll
more
never
night
forget
shifts.
seeing that woman at the back of my car.
There she is. She was behind him. Do you see that? Hold up. Let's rewind this. There we go. There. My gosh, she's looking at him. Home Alone story, too.
I recently moved out, and I already have a horror story to tell. The house I moved into isn't anything impressive. It's just a house that's appropriate for 1 or 2 people. But I'd say right away, I started hearing weird sounds coming from inside the walls. I first heard it in the kitchen, and then in the bathroom, but on night 3, I started hearing it in my bedroom. I was sure there was some kind of animal living in my walls. I just had to figure out how to get rid of it.
Who searches like that? Like,
The next morning, I didn't even have enough milk to fill the bowl of cereal. I couldn't believe I hadn't realized I needed more milk. In fact, I seemed to be eating up all of my food pretty fast. I woke up in the middle of that night to the sound of breathing. Not my breathing. It sounded just like the breathing of a person. I flipped the lamp on and it stopped. I chalked it up as my mind playing tricks on me after waking up.
yeah, it's definitely playing
The
tricks.
next day was really hot, so I turned on the AC for the first time. I checked every single vent, and some of them weren't blowing any air. One of them being the vent right next to my bed. I peered
Yeah.
through the vent with a flashlight. There wasn't even a duct behind the vent. It was just the inside of the wall. It seemed that whatever air duct was in there had been removed.
So you're just gonna put one right there at the wall, like
Unfortunately, I
nothing
didn't
behind
look
it.
into the air conditioning system while buying the house, so I didn't know about this. That night, I had to sleep in the heat with no AC, so I was up pretty
I
late,
know what that feels
constantly
like.
rolling around and flipping the pillow over. Then I
Can't
eventually
get no
started to hear
sleep.
the breathing again, but this time I was fully awake. I knew it was real this time.
Serious.
It was coming to my left. I looked to my left at the air vents. The sound was surely coming from in there. I grabbed the flashlight again and shined it in through the vent. I dropped it and screamed. There was someone's face peering through the cracks of the vents. The first thing I saw
Gosh. Man, if I saw that, be jumping
were
out my
their eyes,
window.
open wide and glowing. I screamed all the way down and out the house. I soon found out there was a crazy, dangerous homeless man living in my walls, and he had been eating my food ever since I moved in.
Man. Now, if he was dangerous, why isn't he messing with you? Hunting stories. Ooh.
I was doing some night hog hunting in the woods near my backyard. I was hiding in the tower I had built about a decade ago.
It's a nice
In
tower.
case anyone's wondering, I of course had a night vision scope attachment. I guess
Why would someone be wondering if you have night vision? Who really cares about that? Like, seriously. Oh, I'm ahead of the tower. In case you're wondering, I have night vision. Like, yes, because
someone you
that's
would
someone's
consider a
random thought.
hardcore hunter. I don't want to bore you with the unnecessary story prolonging details, so I'll make this short. And I want everyone to know that though I agree this story
I
sounds
think this is going to
far-fetched
be
and
our
crazy,
last one,
it
guys.
is nothing but the truth. And I, in a way, actually consider myself lucky that I'll always have such a horrifying story to share. So, while I was sitting in the tower waiting for movement, it finally came. I took aim and found the source. But it wasn't at all a hog, or any kind of animal I was expecting. It was a
Person.
person. A man wearing all black. Black sweatpants, black shoes, and a black hoodie with the hood over his head. But that wasn't the freakiest part. He was dragging a sack behind him. My heart started racing. I was pretty sure I was witnessing this guy trying to bury a body. I continued to watch him.
Shoot
Then
him.
he slowed down, and I swear to God, it looked as if he turned his head up to me.
I'll be dropped
I
to the
dug down
floor.
under the wooden walls of the tower, shaking in my boots.
Student knows
Yes,
what's
I
going
had a
on.
gun, but just the idea of using it against a person is horrifying.
I mean,
I
I
lay
can't
low,
shoot someone.
praying to God that he hadn't seen me. It wouldn't make sense if he could, though. It's practically pitch black out here. Or at least, that was my logic.
He probably has night vision
Seconds
too.
felt like an eternity
If you're
as I
wondering.
waited for the footsteps in the leaves to move elsewhere, but I didn't hear any footsteps. All I heard was the sound of a foot hitting one of the wooden planks on the ladder of the tower.
Uh-oh.
I felt the entire tower vibrate and shake as there were two more steps moving up the ladder.
Uh-oh, no.
At
Don't
this
do
point,
it.
I was asking myself deep down, am I going to be able to shoot someone? But for some reason, whoever was down there decided not to climb all the way up, as I heard them jump back down to the forest ground and began dragging the sack away. I think I stayed frozen like a statue for at least 10 minutes before even peeking over the ledge again. The coast seemed clear. I had to get home and warn the police immediately. I hopped over the ledge and descended down the ladder. I turned on my pocket flashlight, which in hindsight was a stupid move considering the situation, and ran back in the direction of my house. I was only able to run for about 10 seconds or so when I heard the rapid, manic footsteps
Oh, no.
crunching the leaves from behind me.
You better
I took a
run.
look over my shoulder, and there he was, inches away from my face. I spun around and shot him in the shoulder. He stopped and screamed in agony, and I took that moment to finish my dash to my house. Again,
That's right.
in hindsight, I should have held him hostage somehow, but that doesn't even matter now. I called the police, who showed up within 15 minutes with a whole search squad, and I led them all into the woods to the exact location where I shot him. There was a faint yet noticeable blood trail spilled onto the leaves, which led past the body bag, which the cops seized, and eventually right to the maniac, who was hiding under a log next to a tree. He was arrested and tried for the murder of Jin Quen Sakanaki, a Japanese corner store owner. I don't know the full story behind it, but I do know I won't forget this one for the rest of my life. and I'll also be telling it for the rest of my life.
You're a hero, man. Everybody just... Come on, dude. You're a hero. It's alright. Don't feel bad about it. It's a good thing an ad popped up, because I think I'm going to stop it here, guys. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I mean, I thought that were, I mean, that's nice stories. I mean, to be able to tell sorts of stories like that. I mean, yeah, you nearly had a near-death experience. I've had multiple one of those. But, I mean, it's good to have stories like that to tell. You know, impress your friends. Have something, be like the center of the crowd. Be like, hey, did you have anything cool? Um, I got this cool new hat. Guess what? I survived, and I survived like these great stories, like a man in my walls, or I shot someone because they were chasing me. You know, stuff like that. So I think I'm gonna end it here, guys. Appreciate y'all watching. I think I'm gonna do another one of these. Yeah, thank you for watching again, because it's really sad. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Bye.